welcome to this Demon Basketball 2013-2014 match between the Lady Demons and the Lady Cardinals. I'm your sports director, Justin the Godfather Godfrey. I'm here with
Paul Angala.
And Paul, let's talk about a little bit about the Lady Demons season versus the Mentor season. Right after this Star Spangled Banner sing by Evie Kennedy.
Superintendent Dr. Daniel Keenan, and the Athletic Council of Westlake High School extend each of you a cordial welcome to Westlake and the home of Demon Pride. Westlake High School and Mentor High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the rules and regulations as set forth by the association to maintain high standards of good sportsmanship. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. Please show respect and courtesy for your fellow fans, the officials, the coaches, and the players. Please remember to respect the game. At this time, gentlemen, will you remove your hats? Everyone please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, welcome back. And going back to the Lady Demons and the Lady Cardinals, we noticed that there was a slight height advantage for the Cardinals. They have two 6'1" lady basketball players. One of them was a sophomore and one was a senior. Now the tallest on Westlake's side is 5'10", I believe. And so that gives them, a few inches in height. It gives them a little bit more dominance down low. How do you think that'll affect this game?
With the speed and the aggressiveness that the Lady Demons have brought, they've gone against teams who are taller than them, such as Hudson. And they bring such an intensity and such a speed and such a aggressiveness with the underclassmen, the upperclassmen, and in the middle class that it's such an advantage that they have that height doesn't really matter,
Right, I got you there. Now, the Lady Demons are 12-1, as you stated earlier. Now, teams can take this one of two ways. Going off the intensity that you said before, either they can keep it up here or their heads will get filled with, hype and all that. And they can either keep the ball rolling, become 13-1, or the opposite way where things don't really go their way and they drop to 12-2. Which one do you think is going to happen here tonight?
I believe that the Lady Demons will persevere, with the great coaching in Coach Weiss and Coach Art Daniels. They're coached so well that they know the game and they know how to play hard. And I feel like that never stops. Even if you're not very talented, as long as you have aggression, you can win games. So if they keep that aggression and they keep that going and they keep their well-coachability, I believe that this Lady Demon basketball team will win this game.
Absolutely. Now, you and I were both watching the warm-ups. Both teams were shooting pretty well. The one thing that the Lady Demons were missing out on was a dominant post player. Now, watching Mentor, they had a 6'1" girl working the post a little bit. Anybody that she went up against during warm-ups, she seemed to find a way to score. Do you think that'll transition into the game and she'll be one of the high scorers tonight?
I believe that she will be a high scorer, mainly because of her height, but also she was shooting very, very, very well. I believe it was number 44, senior Christine Dawson, who is one of the 6'1" players. I believe she'll be taking the jump ball with Miss Erin O'Neill as we speak, but I believe that she is going to be a very high scorer in this game.
All right. And right before the game starts, I would like to thank our sponsors, Hungry Howies of Westlake, Sky Zone of Westlake, OSV Studios, Lakeshore Community Credit Union, Kiwanis Club of Westlake, CCAP Enterprises, the Flavian Raska family, and the Caroline Kane family. And now to the game. Mentor comes off with a quick 2 points. I did not see who it was by. Did you?
It was by Mentor.
All right, well, there you go, folks. It was by Mentor. Sorry. So they are up 2-0. Lady Demons with the ball. Corinne Fursey over to Kelly Laraway. Takes the 2-pointer. And it falls just short. Now already with the first shot by the Lady Demons, it was off. Not something you saw too much in warm-ups. How do you think that they'll come back from it?
I believe that a strong defense is a strong offense, and if they can keep these Lady Cardinals from scoring, which they haven't been able to right now, but if they can keep them scoring and get some solid offense, then I believe that they will do very well in this game.
All right, and that last bucket was by 44, Christine Dawson. So the Cardinals are up 4-0. Westlake was not able to convert their shot, so Mena takes the ball down over to Dawson. Working the perimeter around this the Lady Demons defense. Passes over to the corner, tipped, but stays with Menor. Up to the top, up for three, and good. So with the score 7-0 with Menor on top, looks like the warm-up, the hotness coming off the hands of the Lady Cardinals is on a transition here early in the game. Just a minute and a half in, the Demons find themselves down by 7. Check that, down by 5. And with the first bucket of the game is Erin O'Neill, I believe. It is. Anything can happen when you believe.
Erin O'Neill, a very aggressive defensive player, along with junior captain Allie Collins and senior captain Corinne Fursey.
You know, over the years I've watched Corinne Fursey. I'm in the same grade as her. I watched her through middle school and high school, and something that I've noticed in her is that no matter the score, no matter the situation or how tired she is, she gives 110% effort. And as she drains a three right there, you see that no matter what happens, she never gives up. I've never seen a more intense player in any sport I have played.
I believe that currently she is thinking about playing college basketball at the Division II level.
All right. Do you have any idea of what school?
I believe she is talking to Walsh University.
Well, needless to say, they are gaining a great player with great intensity and great heart. Back to the game. Dawson down low, guarded by Erin, and very good defense as she stops her from scoring and gets the rebound. Taylor Hood dribbles up the court. Here's an interesting story. We had 2 freshmen last year start on varsity. One of them was Taylor Hood and the other Monica Fury. Over the past 2 seasons, they have done a fairly good job.
Paul, as long with Rebecca Essig, who is also getting ready to come into the game.
Yeah, you could.